What's up, crew? It's Marshall. Come to you guys and girls raw. I appreciate you coming along for another one of these boxing adventures. Today is, this boxing adventure is a first, and it's 179. Nice. This is 179 LMK, and this one is super secret. You guys and girls followed me from the beginning of 179 on Instagram. This was super secret San Mai that I couldn't speak about. Well, it's New Jersey Steel Bearing. They have very limited and very, very, very fantastic, San Mai. And man, I was honored to be able to build my first knife out of it. It's just excellent stuff right off the bat, so I do not forget, and we'll talk about it later on, but the sheath is 100% custom done by Mr. Bruce Gillespie, my mentor, and I couldn't be more happy with it. It's like I only did this 179 times. Blame the fact I got a little bit of DOMs going on after leg days. You know what I mean? Follow me on Instagram, you know exactly what I mean. Let's get it on like Donkey Kong. Show you the knife. The knife, again, is, I cannot believe it is the first week of December and I see a mosquito in New England. No joke. No joke, it's right there. Anyway, get to the show. It is per request by my friend over at New Jersey Steel Bearing, Lewis. What's up, Lewis? All the information for Lewis, Grand Louisimo, will be down in a link down the bottom below. You can either follow through the hashtag or pound symbol 179 LMK, and see the journey of this knife back when it was a very rough piece of San Mai steel. Maybe. I might have kept some of that secret because I didn't know if I was supposed to talk about it. This is my San Mai. The model is the large LMK drop point. It is obviously, as I stated, my very first San Mai blade. The handle material is the absolutely outstanding F50 carbon fiber from Nate over at A&J Composites, formerly Ghost Carbon Fiber. Mechanical bond, I have 2 1/4-inch tubes, 2 1/8-inch pins, and 1 1/4-inch Mosaic pin. It is all backed by gray There you go. Try not to get the stop being a ding dong. Where's the light coming from? Anyway, there you go. Gray G10 liners and the always phenomenal engraving done by Tangway Jeweler. My friend Seth over at Tangway Jeweler. It's Seth and Brian. But 179 LMK, El Marshall, San Mai, and in parentheses it's first, for the first blade I've used. Heavily contoured, and it has a variable V grind, but still a very high performing tip. You know how we like to do things around here after 179 knives. This is actually the first time I got to cut something since I just did the Instagram video. You guys and girls may have recognized that from just a few cuts ago. Of course, I did 179 first, and then I did 180. But this is all I cut with this knife, so pretty impressed with the dang blade. I because of the etching, the etching was such a tedious chore that I did not machine buff my. When I say machine buff, I used a Harbor Freight loose cotton wheel that is almost worn to nothing to usually buff my edges now. Buff the wire edge off. I didn't do that with this knife because at first, well, I did, but then kept buffing off the etching, so it discolored it, and oh, there's control. There we go. And there we go. Look at that one. Ooh. Anyway, back to the story. I was, buffing the etching off. Look at that one. Oh, anyway, buff the etching off, and then, have to re-etch it and then go back in. And then the whole debacle with the sheath. I couldn't keep either the softer steel without being gouged by the sheath, because we're very low 40 Rockwell on that stainless steel, or maybe even be the high 30s. I can't remember right off the top of my head. And then we're at 60. Man, I want to say 62. I think it was on the carbon steel. Again, the links, all that stuff will be below for Instagram. But I couldn't keep the soft steel without being gouged by the Kydex, or the hard steel being the etching rubbed off, and it would look like a scratch, but it was just the etching being rubbed off by the Kydex. So I couldn't figure it out, and I called Mr. Gillespie for some advice. I'm like, you have any advice? He goes, yeah, learn how to make sheaths out of leather. I said, well, the knife is kind of done, and I'd like to get it out this year. So learning how to make leather sheaths is not really feasible. He goes, all right, then come buy one off of me, purchase it, and I'll make a custom sheath for it. The rest is history. Ooh, rest is history. It's supposed to be dramatic, and I messed up. Anyway, so there's a story, the backstory, and I think, and of course, the leather sheath was not part of the original order for my friend Lewis. It's my gift. Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, it's my gift because I celebrate Christmas. So my gratitude for being, an awesome person. Just a gift, one way or the other. And even though the tip is thicker, and you can see the sandmite core right down the center, of course, same. Even though the tip does thicken out because it is my variable V grind, still has a delicious tip. There we go. And you can't send that over to Lewis, but I didn't want to risk dropping the heart. We'll just trim that little excess right off there. Boom. Nothing but love, guys and girls. I really appreciate all of you coming along for my first sandmite adventure. So let's finish this up. Let's go over the logistics of the cards real quick, and I'll put this right in the sheath. Actually, I'll wipe down some rusty rags. I'll put knife care kit sauce first. Of course, Lewis has had my contact information for a long time now, but courtesy of my friend Paul over at Serene Madness, thank you for being my brother on this path. He went through the outstanding effort of making or designing my information card and my COP card. COP is Certificate of Purchase. Love it. This is blade styles, a drop point, steel Sanmai Asterix. Asterix. Man, I don't know why I can't say that word. Model is the large LMK drop point. Date is December 3rd of 2015, number 179. And Lloyd Marshall, Asterix first. You guys know all about that. So we'll go ahead and take the tack to the hot, place it between the cads. And both 179 and 180, I believe, are going sans the Rusty Rags knife care kits. So, but just because it's not going to have the kits doesn't mean it's not going to have the sauce. So we'll wipe this knife down because you know what? This is not the last time the knife's going to come out of the sheath by my hand, because I am going to, if tomorrow is a nice day, I'm going to get some pictures with natural light before I say goodbye to her. It's just the way it has to be. You know, today was, you know, too hectic. I could not, find the time. Then when I did find the dang time to try to get some pictures done, I couldn't get the task accomplished. There was the lighting was bad, or I was too shaky, maybe a little too much coffee, or other things perpetuated failure. So for now, this is the last knife for this video, though. The knife comes out of the sheath by my hand. I highly recommend for Lewis or anyone else that Lewis shows, when drawing the knife, draw the knife spine against the sheath. Don't rip it out, and don't draw it out this thing sharp. So plain and simple. Guys, girls, thank you so much for coming along for another one of these boxing adventures. I greatly, deeply appreciate every single one of you, and your respect and your support is unfathomable. For now, be blessed. I hope you have a phenomenal rest of the week. Out.